Arsenal lakini alipiga, wacha niulize nini alifanya mbaya hii game? Na hakuna stuff alifanya mbaya. Hakuna bao alifungwa yenye angedo shit. Hakuna bao alifungwa angedo anything about it.
Kuna baadhi
Hakuna.
bao zenye alisema.
Like hakuna. Anyway, tuanze podcast. Ulikosha? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. This is the Ballpod Football Show. My name is Kelvin.
My name is Danzuki. Yeah, my name is Emmanuel.
And guys, Arsenal. I cannot say we've bottled. Well, I'll just say it was not our time. Maybe we don't know what will happen in the next 5 games, but it's looking more likely that it was not our time for this game, for this title. We go again next season. No, sometimes people think Arsenal are bottlers. The same way people thought Arsenal bottled last season, and we showed people that we are not bottlers. We came this season with a hunger, and we were the better team for most part of the season. But just City have too many difference makers. They in games that they are supposed maybe to lose, they don't lose. So anyway, now that Arsenal are looking more likely to not win the title, let's talk about what Arsenal. Where will Arsenal be next season? If they improve, if they don't, they have actually now confirmed qualification for the Champions League. So officially, we are in the Champions League. So we'll have Champions League money, Champions League pool, and whatever. So guys, I want your thoughts. What's next for Arsenal?
First of all, I'll say that I think now it's more tough for Arsenal to win this title than any other time. I think dropping the 3 points at Etihad was just like it was confirmed that Arsenal won't win this title. Also, I'm looking at their fixtures. They're playing Chelsea and Newcastle next. Newcastle are fighting for the top 4, and Chelsea also need to get their form back. Lampard is under pressure to get a win. So I'm seeing other very tough games for Arsenal. And they might drop points as well. Will City drop points? I think yes, we might drop points, but we are safe. Dropping points now, we are kind of safe.
You need to actually lose 2 games in order for us to win the title. So
yeah, we might drop 2 points, maybe a draw or maybe 1 loss. But again, I'm thinking Arsenal will drop more points. Now, this is what we were talking earlier, and my prediction is actually Arsenal. This was the best chance for Arsenal to win a title. I don't see them getting any closer in the next 3 years. I'm not saying.
Okay, I want first of all to prove this narrative that this was the only time Arsenal could have won the title and blah blah blah. That's what 2 people said last season. Last season was the only chance Arsenal had to make top 4. This season they will not make top 4. Where are we now? We were challenging for the title. I don't know why people think Arsenal will not improve. I don't know why people think that Arsenal is playing with a fluke. No, we were the better team majority of the season. We are going to improve on the players that were lacking or whatever. One, we have Charlie Patino coming from loan. He will probably be a better upgrade to Xhaka than Fabio Vieira will be. We'll have Smith Rowe has been injured for majority of the season. He was our second top scorer last season. We'll have Balogun coming back from loan. He's currently top 3 top scorer in League One. We are linked to Rice. We are linked to Caicedo. Those are level raisers in the team. We'll probably go in for a centre back. I don't know why people say that we will not challenge for the title next season.
You see, Arsenal in the past many years, they have this tendency of starting the season so well, and in December they get lost. Okay. Let me finish. We give Emmanuel. So with that, we can even see it now. We see you see this season has a lot of breaks about the World Cup, nini. But if it was the normal season, maybe by December Arsenal could not be anywhere.
The restart was better.
Yeah, the restart was better because, and again, my point is, you see, let's look at the last 4 games they've played. They've only gotten 3 points. This is not the mentality a winning team has. I was watching Thierry Henry giving an analysis, and he was saying Arsenal players are too emotional. They don't know they don't know how, to be composed and play like you're challenging for the title. Yes, City are a better team, but I believe if Arsenal were serious challengers, they could have come up with a strategy where they could have tried to show that they've come to battle for the title. Anyway, that said, let me go back to my prediction for the next season. Actually, the next season,
then we'll talk about next season next in the next round of talking.
All right. So your question was,
Let's talk about this season and how
Okay.
Arsenal have performed. I've said bottle.
okay. To be fair enough, Arsenal have played really well. Yeah, and for them, even challenging the title is more like a bonus to whatever we had expected them to do. We probably thought that they would be top 4, but not necessarily challenge the title. So to that point of view, saying that you will, okay, should we talk this season, right? Well, I actually think Arsenal have overperformed this season. No, as in, let's let's be honest. Um, based on expectations, my expectations, they have surpassed them. Yeah, I did not think that these same players. I don't know who was really the big difference maker, because honestly, I think most of them were there except Jesus, and Jesus does not necessarily score as much goals. So I actually think that they have let's say Arteta is now making them look like a team, yeah, as opposed to the other managers. Whatever they were trying was not working, and Arteta has played the right system, and it suits the individual strengths of the players, and he knows how to gel them together, and that's why they're performing this better. It's so hard not to talk about next season.
Next round. You can start.
Yeah, you can start it.
Yeah, but okay. This season, okay. First of all, the title is not yet gone. We cannot really rule them out until
Mathematics.
yeah, because mathematics, it's possible for them to pick up the title. But frankly enough, it seems like it's going to go to City. And I think, honestly, I also think that this was, I cannot say it was the best, but I think it was a really good chance for them. Because, honestly speaking, the last 5 matches, Arsenal have only won one. Yeah. Which is unlike whatever they have done all the rest of the season. That is to mean that either the one injury, they are one injury away from bottling a title, or they do not know how to concentrate for very long periods to maintain that.
Do you think next season we will still challenge for the title?
Okay, okay. I honestly think that you will challenge, but you will not necessarily win it. You will be like it will be more or less like a story like this season, but next season you will perform poorer than this season. Why? Why is because um this I tell you why this was the best chance. Man City feel like this is the best chance to win UEFA. So if they win UEFA, they are okay. But once they are win, because I see them winning this season, so next season they're coming back to the Premier League. Yeah. Number two, Newcastle are signing more players, meaning Newcastle will be a stronger team. That is to mean you guys will need to deal with that mess. Liverpool look like they are picking up their form. Yeah. Man United will probably sign Harry Kane, and there will be a different Man United. Maybe Chelsea will still be there, because I mean Chelsea, we hope that this mess of the season will not continue to next season. But basically, what I'm saying is next season teams are going to play to be stronger and to invest more, which makes it harder for you
Will
guys.
it only be harder for Arsenal or will it be harder for everyone else? Why do you assume
Okay.
it's only going to be harder for Arsenal?
Okay, this is why I assume it's gonna be hard for you guys. For you to win a title, it's not, for me. I just think in the Premier League, it's not just about the team, but I also think it's the individual brilliance in the
Told you I'm not
games.
going to sign individual brilliance.
Yeah.
Let me interject. You see, another thing about Premier League, once you prove the previous season you are a big team, also how teams approach you in the coming season is very different. Because you see, no one expected Arsenal to be this good this season. That's one. Number two, I want to ask you a question. Do you think if Man City failed to win the 2011-2012 season, we could be the same Man City? I don't think so. I think we could have maybe crumbled or taken so much time to recover the kind of form we had that
Yes.
season. So this is what I'm saying. Arsenal, yes, they are a good team, they're playing well, but next season it will be a very tough season for them unless they do extra than what they're doing now. That's one. Number two, if I'm to predict, I'm seeing the title going back to Manchester. It can be a City or United. United, especially them signing Harry Kane,
It's a difference
it
maker.
should be a difference maker. I'm seeing the Van Persie season if Harry Kane goes to Man United. They'll be too good. They'll win most of their games. They might win the season very narrowly, but I'm saying Arsenal, no, they're not winning the season anytime soon. Lastly, let me compare them to Tottenham. There are times Tottenham have come so close to winning the title, especially the season where Leicester won the title. It was more like Leicester versus Tote.
Yeah, and
Did Tottenham have a very good squad to challenge for the next season? Yes. Do they have a very good team? Yes, but where is Tottenham now? So the same might happen to Arsenal.
It's a possibility.
Okay, I'll start by saying this. Don't disrespect Arsenal like that. You cannot say Manchester United will win the league ahead of Arsenal just because they sign one player. Arsenal will sign Declan Rice. Arsenal might sign Caicedo. Arsenal will probably go in for a winger, whether right wing or left wing. You never know. Arsenal will probably be bringing back League One's top 3 top scorer, Balogun. Arsenal will be bringing back Charlie Patino, who to me maybe not mentally or physically or experience-wise is better than Xhaka, but skill-wise is better than Xhaka in that position. Partey is too inconsistent and too injury-prone. Declan Rice is an upgrade to him. We'll go get a centre-back. Saliba will be back. I don't know this narrative of people are saying that Arsenal will not win the league or not challenge. Trust you me, next season will be a better time for Arsenal to win the league than even this season. Because next season we'll have depth everywhere. Next season we'll have level raisers. Declan Rice an upgrade to Partey. We'll have Martinelli, who has one more season in his bag. He has always been increasing in the number of goals, in the number of assists. We have Bukayo Saka. He increased the number of goals and assists from last season to this season. Arteta will have one more year of managerial experience. He will know how to handle the situation.
What happens if some of your best players get poached? Because that's a possibility. Saka might be going to a bigger club.
Not necessarily.
Now okay. Let's do this. First of all, I don't think it's happening anytime soon. Because one, Arsenal no longer have the problem of stadium debt or a debt that we need to pay. Two, the owners, there is a misconception that people don't know about Arsenal. They were saying Arsenal did not spend, but people never really knew why Arsenal are not spending in the past. The Kroenkes never had full ownership of Arsenal until 2018. Before that, there was a clause that prevented them from having full ownership, and they were afraid to put their money in an investment that they had not fully owned as the Kroenkes. Since 2018, we bought 72 million Pepe. Since 2018, we have been buying very good players. That's when Kroenkes were doing very well. They started investing in the club. They took on the stadium debt. That's why we can now invest more, because they're the ones who are paying the stadium debt. They're the ones who are servicing that debt. So this narrative that Arsenal might not spend or might have their player being poached is null and void. We are potentially giving Saka close to £300,000. With bonuses. What do you mean it's going to go? Two, he's an Highland boy. He wants to see Arsenal doing well, wants to be the person who leads Arsenal to a title, to very many titles. There is no way he's going anywhere. Martinelli signed a new contract. There's no way he's going anywhere. Saliba is rumored to be signing a new contract. He's not going anywhere. Gales signed a new contract. Ramsdale is probably... White is going to get a new contract soon. So who is going to be poached? Who is the main guy who's going to be poached? With Saka signing a new contract, Martinelli has signed a new contract. Saliba going to sign. Magalhaes has signed. White probably signing. The only problem would have been if Saka was not signing.
I'm actually convinced that none of the players would actually be poached. So for me, it's not really about the poaching. I'm just concerned about things like injuries and how balanced. Well, you might actually give a signing, right? But the signing and the chemistry of different players is actually different. And I actually think I honestly think that okay, but generally speaking, um uh, does 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 your signing make you a top a number one club based on how you're playing right now? That's the question. For example, for if Man United sign Hurricane, literally Man United will have a super squad. Yeah. The only flop maybe will be this guy on the right. Yeah, but you can imagine Rashford and Kane and Ericsson and Bruno and Casemiro in the middle and Martinez and De Gea and Shaw, and maybe they sign a left back. You see, that will really push them. Me, I'm just wondering what exactly
Okay, let me
which
ask you a
player.
question. Let me ask just one question. In the Man United squad, tell me how many people will get to the Arsenal squad?
How many people?
Yeah, how many players? From the
Okay,
Man U squad?
okay. Let's do it this way. We can do a player to player comparison,
De
right?
Gea,
Uh,
Yeah.
Ramsdale and De Gea. Which one do you choose?
De Gea.
Yeah, it's
who are you taking?
okay. For
Who are
me,
you taking?
okay. Honestly, I think for you to win the title, De Gea seems like a better option. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why.
Tell me why, and then I say why.
I'll tell you why.
Mm.
De Gea is can save you from losing a match.
Mhm.
But Ramsdale is good on his feet, which is fine, right? It
That's
is
what-
fine. No, it's Ramsdale is good in his feet, but his saving experience cannot be compared to De Gea. So I'm just thinking that if you're a goalkeeper, just put the put the people inside the game.
Well, I also agree. I think De Gea is a better shot stopper compared to Ramsdale. Maybe Nani, Kevin can give us his
Okay, first of all, you people are behaving like people have not been watching football for the past 5 years. Ederson is a worse shot stopper than Ramsdale. Yet he is performing very well for the Man City team. Why? Because Man City are defending in a way that protects him. Two, how can you come here, sit down, somebody who has been watching Ramsdale this season, and say that Ramsdale cannot save you? Ramsdale saved us in the Bournemouth game. Ramsdale saved us in the Tottenham home game. Ramsdale has saved us in so many games. Yesterday's game in the Man City game, Ramsdale saved us in various occasions. You could have been 5-0 down.
Let's go to the next player. Southampton.
The Southampton game he saved. How many?
He gave a very bad pass.
Ederson only sometimes gives a bad pass away. This season, it's his only his only one mistake he has done.
I think maybe you should compare Ederson to Ramsdale. Because
let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, first of all, you said Manchester United squad, they have a super squad, whatever. That's why I said let's talk about the Manchester United squad, the super squad you're talking about. Let's talk about it this way. Yesterday they were playing Tottenham. Who was the catalyst for Manchester United conceding all those goals? It started with De Gea clearing the ball. It started with De Gea giving the ball away. When he was clearing the ball, Tottenham got the ball back. They had control. They started attacking more. They started creating more chances. Why? Because of De Gea. De Gea in the Sevilla game, he gave away 2 goals. De Gea in so many games this season has been very poor. It's just that he makes 1 or 2 super saves and people are like, yeah, I want De Gea in my team. But in real sense, Ramsdale has been the better goalkeeper this season. He has saved Arsenal more times without making more mistakes.
Who has more clean sheets?
Okay, I don't want to talk about clean sheets because clean sheets is it's a team matter. It's not a goalkeeper matter.
All right, it's fine.
So
That's why you don't want to talk about.
no, this Ramsdale and De Gea thing. If you take De Gea, I don't know what football you're watching. Let's go to the next player, right back.
Well, we let's not compare the whole squad. Let's look at it from a point of the system.
Different.
Okay,
So
let's ask this question then. How many players do Manchester United need to challenge for the title, and how many players do Arsenal need to challenge for the title?
okay, with all honesty, I think Arsenal has a better squad. They only need to have more depth in the squad to contain issues like injuries. But in terms of quality, yes, Arsenal have better quality than United. But we are looking at a scenario where United bring a difference maker. You see, if Harry Kane came to Arsenal, then we could be saying the same story as Arsenal are winning the title. because you have a player who needs half a chance to convert and give you those critical points you need. Like in the Southampton game, I saw Jesus missing a very open chance. It reminded me his days in City, where chances Haaland is scoring now. If it was Sterling or Jesus, probably those wouldn't
Another
be goals.
question that I have is, you have said Manchester United, when they get Harry Kane, they'll have a difference maker. What makes you think Arsenal are not looking to get that difference maker in the squad? You see, you are assuming Arsenal will not sign a difference maker.
Yeah,
Martinelli this season has been more of a difference maker than Jesus. Why do you think the dynamics will not change next season so that Martinelli gets more of those chances and he finishes them off? In the Liverpool game, Martinelli scored a goal, super goal, I would say, because the way he took the ball down, adjusted his feet, and was able to get the ball past Alisson, that shows he's a difference maker. How do you know that the dynamics will not change next season to put Martinelli in more of those positions?
You see, the reason why we're talking about a serious difference maker, you see, Harry Kane has a proven track record. Like, he's a guy whose numbers speaks for himself. So if we're talking about a player like of the magnitude of Harry Kane, we can't compare him with Martinelli.
Yeah, I'm saying we're going to get even more, and Martinelli is improving.
Well, I think
market 2 matches.
I think now we are speculating. We should get down to reality. Yeah, we cannot say why do you think that Arsenal are not going to sign a difference maker? We can only say based on whatever we know will happen. Yes. Yeah. So we are just saying. What I'm saying is based on Manchester United, right now they don't have a squad. And I think at some point they said Manchester United had garnered more points in Europe than any other team except Napoli. Yeah, just after the break. But that aside, I actually think the comparison would actually be a very good one. But anyway, I don't know why you guys decided to stop it because of time. But anyway, me, what I would say is based on whatever I see, this was the perfect chance for Arsenal to grab the title. But if at all they don't grab it, it doesn't mean next season they can't. It just means next season, to me, they will need to work a little bit harder than this season, because because most teams, when they realize that you are a good side, they will tend to use a different approach, which will mean that you will need to be even better than the previous season for you to succeed. For example, I'm actually thinking that next season Newcastle will not be treated as a small team for example. Yeah, which means that next season Newcastle might actually miss on the top 4, because most of these small teams will have realized that Newcastle is not the same Newcastle you used to play, right? So that's what I'm saying. It will just take you guys a little bit more, let's say, more energy or more practice. You guys will need to train harder, and you will need to be more clinical next season for you to win. Otherwise, this whole idea of winning the title will still go back to Man City, because to me, I think next season they will still have a better squad. Because I'm not so sure whether you can get a Haaland or a KDB. These people are just irreplaceable. Well, I'm actually wondering whether, if let's say next season KDB and Haaland are not there, can Man City still win? That's the question I'm asking myself. And I'm thinking that they can actually win. You know why? Because Man City have a very good backup, Alvarez. Yeah. And trust me, Bernardo and Gundogan can step up and they can still win. So that's what I'm saying.
Gundogan might be leaving. But guys, I think this debate will be so long. We can end it there and now look at the games from a point of now the upcoming games.
Can Arsenal still win it?
Can Arsenal still win it? Guys, let's meet in the next video.